100 to the lid, 800 either.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield, because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. The Bears at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second and 5 now. Jones. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin. And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Gets it again on second down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Stewart. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. A give to Kamara running right. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alvin Kamara with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Mullins. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Mullins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down and 4, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's right. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His 1st catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. Play action. Stewart. That's into the hands of Fortson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. They go up the middle with Chubb. Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second down at 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Second down, here's Stewart. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now Stewart, second down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And some space here. And he's taken down inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Kamara trying the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but... They get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 34-yard line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throwing now, Stewart. Throw left side, complete. That's right. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. 64 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Chubb on the counter. Down to about the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, But the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Colts, they're playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name.